Salam sejahtera kepada peserta-peserta sekalian. Ya. Adakah semua sudah bersedia? Bolehkah kita mula sekarang? Baik, kita akan mulakan sesi ini sambil kita menunggu peserta yang mungkin akan bersama kita nanti. Jadi petang ini, selepas panel-panel kita berbincang tentang penglibatan wanita muda dalam industri, di mana berkaitan dengan bilangan pelajar wanita di Institusi Pengajian Tinggi. So, I think that is a very, very informative discussion just now, di mana kita telah bincangkan tentang how we are supposed to train our future generation. So how are we going to close up the gap between lelaki dan perempuan, intake of pelajar lelaki dan pelajar perempuan di peringkat IPT. Jadi daripada Prof. Nuraida tadi, kita nampak gap kita sudah kurangkan, di mana ramai juga wanita yang berjaya mengambil tempat di IPT. Dan seterusnya juga wanita-wanita ini yang ada di IPT ini nanti mereka selepas mereka berjaya dalam peringkat tertiary, so mereka merupakan pemuda-pemudi yang akan menceburi bidang kerjaya, di mana kita dapati sekarang kita adalah menuju ke arah untuk mendigitalkan sektor kerjaya kita juga. So, di mana kita ada MDEC to come in as untuk menjayakan plan negara kita, plan tindakan negara, iaitu memastikan bilangan pelajar yang ada di universiti di peringkat IPT sekarang, dia boleh menyerap ke dalam penawaran sumber tenaga kerja, terutamanya dalam bidang STEM, Kejuruteraan, Sains, Matematik dan sebagainya, yang terkelompong dalam bidang teknologi nanti. Baik, jadi petang ini kita akan bincang tentang 5 bidang tumpuan, iaitu pertama adalah kebolehpasaran dan keusahawanan. Kedua ialah digitalisasi dan pekerjaan masa depan. Yang ketiga, isu-isu sosial termasuk kemiskinan, B40 dan aspek-aspek yang berkaitan. Kemudian keempat ialah kesihatan seksual dan reproduktif. Dan akhir sekali kita akan bincang tentang STEM, Sains, Teknologi, Kejuruteraan dan Matematik. Baik, terlebih dahulu kita akan memberi tumpuan kepada kebolehpasaran dan keusahawanan. Anybody would like to start? So, seperti yang kita nyatakan tadi, IPT ini sudah tailor-made banyak kursus, tawarkan banyak bidang kursus kepada pelajar-pelajar di peringkat sekolah menengah atau tingkatan 6, college matrikulasi. Pertama sekali adalah untuk mendidik mereka ke arah untuk mengambil bidang teknologi. Ya, sebab kita adalah di dalam persediaan untuk menyediakan generasi muda ini, seperti dikatakan tadi, kita perubahan kemahiran telah berlaku, di mana kita lebih tertumpu kepada pemikiran analytical, pemikiran kreatif, inovatif. Kita ingin transformasikan seseorang dari segi pemikiran. Baik, boleh saya jemput Mr. Nizam.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Nizam. Yes. Can you share the first bidang together with us?
Come again, Doctor?
We are in the first bidang tumpuan, that is Kebolehpasaran dan Keusahawanan. So just would like to seek your opinion. Is there anything that you want to share with us about keusahawanan for the wanita?
Sorry, Doctor, I cannot hear you clearly. Can you type in the chat? Hello?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Alright, bidang keusahawanan. Alright, got it. Can you hear me?
What about now? Yeah, Encik Nizam? Okay, maybe Encik Nizam has a technical problem. So never mind. We wait for him to fix up, and then let's listen to Professor Dayang. I saw her raising her hand, and later can Dr. Wong share with us later after Prof? Yes, okay, Prof. Yes, Prof. Dayang.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
All
Okay.
right. I wanted to say that there need to be more effort to propel the young woman and woman in through this informal economy during COVID. We can help them. We ask the government to help give more budget allocated for them. I think for in the first instance, I think those involved in kan industri ni ada banyak kan, keusahawanan ni ada banyak. Saya rasa kita boleh minta kerajaan bantu dengan bagi bajet untuk packaging, distribution is the task. Saya rasa apa-apa pun yang kita nak tolong sekarang, I'm not sure how I can jadi saya pada pemikiran saya share apa yang saya telah kongsi dengan rakan-rakan di NCWO lah dalam preparation kita mempertingkatkan apa tu participation wanita dalam keusahawanan. Saya rasa kita perlu bantu mereka ni dengan bagikan sedikit bajet untuk atau tambahkan bajet untuk packaging, untuk distribution. katakan dalam makanan, apa makanan tu berapa banyak, kalau makanan yang dibuat tu perlu dihantar ke mana-mana tempat, macam mana nak packing supaya makanan tu tak cepat buruk kan, ya. And then we talk about ini semua business-business yang akan membantu perbincangan untuk B40 dan sebagainya. Jadi saya rasa dia berkait, ya. People talk about keusahawanan. Saya rasa kita take it as what is happening now, kan? Ada online keusahawanan terutamanya, cara pemasaran dengan penggunaan online dan delivery, kan? Jadi kita boleh pertingkatkan wanita tu sebagai dia yang mengeluarkan barang, the man will help to deliver. So it's a good partnership. Okay, so that you will increase both pendapatan pada dua-dua belah pihak ni. Offhand, I think that's the most important about bantuan untuk keusahawanan. Di pihak saya boleh bagi tahu, ya, di peringkat antarabangsa pusat saya ada Memorandum of Understanding dengan Female Entrepreneur Worldwide. This is called FEW, Female Entrepreneur Worldwide. Kalau buka website dia tu, you can see these are top women leaders in keusahawanan peringkat antarabangsa tau. Macam Google, Facebook, Christian Dior, Gucci, ya. So apa pusat saya telah buat ialah kita sign dengan MOU sebab mereka ni ada masterclass. Dia ada online classes every week for the month yang percuma, ya. Percuma kalau melalui pusat saya lah, ya. Ataupun kalau nak buat sendiri boleh bayar sedikit. Jadi untuk keusahawanan, one is you provide the budget for them to memasak. Kedua, you kena ada tips macam mana nak mengajar dia, kan. Jadi di UKM pusat saya sign MOU tu, kita bukalah kepada semua rakan-rakan dalam grup ni kalau yang berminat, ya. Di samping kita boleh daftar you untuk hadir jadi student UKM, of course lecturer UKM, and then we just recently partner with Sunway juga. Kita nak kongsikan lah, benda ni bukannya khas untuk UKM saja, kan. Jadi you boleh daftar dengan kita dan you boleh join online kelas keusahawanan ni yang diberi dalam bahasa Inggeris, ya. Untuk a short period dia bagi tips macam mana nak improve you punya keusahawanan. Okay. Dan di masa yang sama FEW ada jalankan masterclass. Masterclass ni untuk say 6 weeks course dalam entrepreneur, how to make the first 1 million contohnya lah, ya. Yang terbaru yang kita tolong ialah Randy Zuckerberg. Randy Zuckerberg adakan masterclass, melalui kita dapat 60% discount, ya. Jadi saya nak mengajak institusi pengajian tinggi yang lain juga boleh network dengan kami dan juga boleh network dengan mana-mana international entrepreneurship, ya. Jadi tentu saya sebagai pediatric surgeon, sebagai medical line, benda ni bukan saya punya forte, kan. Jadi saya rasa dalam kepimpinan wanita, kita kena ada think tank, ya, yang melihat. Dalam think tank kita ada expert dalam bidang-bidang ni lah, ya. Dalam tim saya ada expert untuk bidang entrepreneur ni, iaitu Profesor Madya Dr. Ani Tawil, ya, Nuraini Tawil. Jadi I think I like to say that these are the options that we can help. Kepimpinan wanita ada di peringkat dulu ni di peringkat antarabangsa, sekarang dekat lokal pun kita ada network tu, ya. Dan kita juga promote kita punya local entrepreneur. Contohnya kita promote 2. Saya punya pusat kita promote 2, Datuk Dr. Hafsah Hashim, ya, kita punya expert in SME Bank, ya. Yang keduanya Datuk Hazimah, ya. Datuk Hazimah ialah daripada Hydrex Oil, ya. Jadi kita ada all these fantastic entrepreneur, women entrepreneur. Dan Datuk Hafsah juga kalau KPT berminat, ya, boleh panggil dia untuk kita panggil dia sebagai wakil kita untuk bagi motivasi kepada kita punya golongan entrepreneur wanita yang muda-muda ni, ya. Macam mana mereka boleh bantu, ya, bagi apa steps yang dia kena ambil. And if anyone is interested, yes, can contact us further. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Yeah, I think this is a very good sharing. Di mana bidang keusahawanan ini, people say that pada masa-masa kebelakangan ini ada ramai yang menghadapi masalah kewangan, kehilangan kerja dan sebagainya. So, and they cannot go out to look for new jobs. So what they do, a lot of the wanita, where they are very good in handcrafting, they are very good in their own skills. So some of them, they are good in cooking, they are good in sewing, and etc. So, and some of them even gone further. They improve in the networking. That's what Prof. Dayang informed just now, that the networking is very important. And also some of them are looking for upscaling classes. So SEW is the one, a very good effort that most of the wanita, they can, if they want to explore further, they can go for these upscaling courses, rescaling courses. And of course, when you come to this kind of courses provided, there should be, like what Prof. Dayang informed us, that the budget from the government is very important, where these organizers, although they are conducting free classes, but there is a lot of operational costs that they have to absorb this. So it's good that if government can come in. So I think Jabatan Pembangunan Wanita is one that we can approach for this allocation and so on. Maybe we also need some, because when you want to do a startup, for example, this wanita-wanita muda yang ingin explore dengan lebih jauh, mereka perlu dana atau modal untuk memulakan sesuatu perniagaan. So I think allocation of fund is necessary here. Okay, and besides that, the outreach of networking, that is very important. So that's why digitalization also takes place after keusahawanan, because that is one of the functional aspects that it will push the entrepreneurship to a higher level. Okay, I saw Dr. Wong. Dr. Wong was talking a little bit of a pemasaran. Yeah, Dr. Wong, would you like to share with us?
Ya, Dr. Chong. Selain saya nak share dengan apa yang Prof yang kata tadi, macam untuk keusahawanan B40 tu, salah satu I rasa ialah awareness, kesedaran di kalangan wanita yang memang nak jadi usahawan. Mereka tak ada tujuh hala lagi, mereka pun tak tahu ada association yang membantu mereka untuk jadi wanita business woman yang berjaya. Sebab ada yang banyak seperti dalam pandemik COVID-19 ni sekarang, banyak kan hilang kerja nak buat bisnes sendiri. Tapi lagi kebanyakan mereka di bawah golongan B40 ni, B40 ada kebanyakan pun lack of education support. Jadi seperti apa yang Prof Dayang kata tadi, ada banyak online classes yang untuk membantu. Tapi online classes tu mostly in English. Mereka perlukan multi languages untuk bangsa yang berlainan supaya mereka memang dapat bantu. Bukannya adakan kelas online lepas tu, adakan kelas je. Tapi orang yang menyertai tu orang yang hanya tahu bahasa English yang lain pun meaningless whenever we have online classes, but then we are not really help those who need. Mungkin seperti yang Dr. Chong kata tadi, bolehlah kerjasama dengan Jabatan Pembangunan Wanita, kerjasama dengan kerajaan tempatan seperti PBKL, Dewan Bandaraya Kuala Lumpur, yang golongan B40 biasa yang ada yang tinggal dekat PPR kan, perumahan rakyat, mereka pun bolehlah anjurkan program macam ni dengan mereka untuk mereka supaya mereka memang dapat bantu. Lagipun selain daripada online classes, hands-on hands-on classes, step by step. Yang ni lebih dapat membantu mereka. Oh ya, Prof. Dayan, online classes BM coming soon. Thank you so much. Ya, inilah my peace of mind lah. Nak share dengan semua sini.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Wang. So I believe that we are actually relating our discussion into the second bidang kedua, iaitu digitalisasi. Oh, really difficult, like what Prof. Halimah said. Digitalization is not easily pronounced. So like tadi kita dah kata sedikit tentang keusahawanan, then we relate to networking, how to promote sales. So sebenarnya sekarang digitalization is important, di mana semua kita guna every platform social media. We use Telegram, we use WhatsApp, then we use Facebook untuk mempelawa customer kita, and we do all kinds of I saw that young entrepreneurs, they are very, very creative. They even do live streaming. Live streaming is one way to promote. For example, they sell durian. They eat the durian in front and then they show how delicious it is. So these are all digitalization, and I believe that future pada masa yang akan datang, digitalization ini dia akan menjadi the major promotion platform for any other kinds of product or services. So for example, even tuition, sebab sekarang tuition classes pun tak boleh dibuka, tak boleh dioperasikan. So ramai juga tutor-tutor ini dia menunjukkan cara bagaimana untuk belajar secara live streaming atau di dalam YouTube. So like rakaman kreatif. So all these kinds of things, they are coming through into the era of digitalization. So, pada masa yang akan datang, for example, now you see small kids, mereka sudah tahu macam mana untuk menggunakan apps baru. They are winning us, some of us. So, I believe that we are already into the world of digitalization. It's just that how we make digitalization is more productive, that involve more of the younger women, that like just now we have some opinion from the panel. Dr. Isan, you were saying that Pelajar STEM, most of them, when it comes to practical, hands-on, they are more to the gamification and all these things. So we hope to really open the gate for more women to realize that they can do it, they are more competitive, right? But digitalization and choosing the correct course now in most of the IPT and go into digitalization so that they will fall into the future technology sector next time, right? Okay. So I would like to have Puan Masni with Puan Nurul Huda from Star University College, is it? Puan Masni, are you there? Yeah, maybe you would like to share with us.
Is
and Puan Masni?
from
Yeah.
yes.
Can you please share your thoughts with us about digitalization and future labor force?
Should I go first? Okay. I did some. I'm teaching in Tar College, Pahang, but I'm currently is a PhD candidate as well. So I have done some research, especially targeting on the indigenous women in Pahang, and then I realized that one of the barriers that they have, especially because most of them live in quite remote areas, and then I think that one of the problems that they will have is like access to the internet. Like if we live in urban areas, it's easy for us to get internet access so that we can promote our stuff that we want to sell online. or we can get access to the information, but not in the case to the, like indigenous women, especially that live in the remote areas. So when I talk to them, most of them have a very, like limited education backgrounds. And then I think, and also most of them, they don't know how to use the technology, especially. So even they, even they're really good at doing some handcraft kind of things, like kind of buckle, like use the downy pass and all those kind of things. But it's hard for them to, like sell all those stuff online, Yeah, that is what I think about, like, if how the technology can help, especially women. But I think maybe government should put more initiative in, like provide more internet access in the local areas, so that we're not only like looking into the urban area populations, but we're also taking care of the rural area population as well. Not only for indigenous population, but also other ethnicity or any race, other races that stay in not so, like area that can get internet access. That is just what I can share, right, from my research that I'm currently doing now. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good, Pharmacy. So yeah, yes, actually rural area and remote area are the group or the target group that we need to really help them out, because right now everything is internet, and most of their areas also is like out of the coverage, you see. So I believe that maybe Dr. Shalin from this TM R&D, like the earlier panel, I think maybe she could help us do more. I believe that they are trying very hard already.
Yes.
So yeah. What about Dr. Ramla? Dr. Ramla is also from University Malaysia Sarawak. So do you have anything to share with us?
Hello, Dr. Chong.
Hi, Doctor.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, continue.
Okay, so what was the question just now?
Oh, because we are talking about digitalization, and just now Wan Martin was telling us about this internet coverage is not supportive enough in the remote areas.
Yes, exactly.
So
That's
yeah,
what happening in
Mm.
Sarawak, because we have a dispersed communities. Certain areas are very well equipped with the internet access, but certain area is very hard. Even the big the network communication doesn't want to build the communication center in the rural area, because in Sarawak we have very dispersed communities. One area maybe about 100 individuals, and then you have another way about 13 kilometer, 40 kilometer, we have another kampung, so digitalizing for these communities, especially for the women, is quite hard. Although Sarawak are going towards this digital economy. But even in UNIMAS, we actually have come up one of the centers on the sustainable development, come up with helping the communities, especially for women in the small entrepreneur business, small business, especially in making cake lapis for those stuff, by trying to branding and documentation of all their products and distribute to the hypermarkets like Maiden and etc. And labeling the product is actually helps by this, or assist by the Faculty of Computer Science mostly. So those are the things that we're trying to help the women in terms of the involvement in the small business. But for the young woman, I think in university we are lucky because we have the all the assistant from the KPT, for the university, for the entrepreneurship. But outside, for those, especially women who are not very academically, what you call it, developed, they mostly they go for either they go straight to work after school or they go for any what do you call it, any skill center. Okay. And I think the Sarawak government has actually provide the opportunities for certain the technology-based skill empowerment for women. It's actually for the both genders, okay, like scientists and etc. So I hope that this kind of funding from the government or for any others parties should be continue in the near future, especially when we going straight to the digital economy and etc. Dr. Chong, can I comment, since you sudah bercakap, can I comment on the STEM itself?
Yes,
When I already talk about the STEM, most of
Yeah.
the people actually emphasize on the technology part. But before we start on the technology, we should actually attract the young children for to get interest in science-related discipline. You know, if you look at the Finland education and all those European, they have this goal, what we call the bio-society goal for sustainable goal for the 2030. They want to create this bio-society. So this meaning that the STEM is not all about the technology. It's also have to relate with the natural science. Those relate with our living, day-to-day basis, how we deal with the nature, with the environment, with the people inside, with the communities, with the animals, with the plants, etc. And this has to be what you call it, has to be nurtured in the early education. Let them just play with whatever they want, okay, in the backyard, providing them what do you call a laid backyard science, dealing with nature, so that looking around certain things that are being created by nature that that correspond to our daily life, like the architect of the plant, the flowers, and the animal structure. All those actually relate to our daily life that helps us in the community. So once the student, the early education, they like to they like to connect nature and the things that they need to do. They need to create something, or to create to do some innovation towards human needs. Whatever that they saw in nature, whatever they look at the interaction between the animal, the plant, how the flowers give some sort of what you call what you call it, something that attract the animals, something to do with that way they can link to the innovation for the human human creation or whatsoever. But they have this facility to think, to connect nature with the technology later on at the early stage. When they going to the next stage of education, they already have this thinking skill, okay, connecting things for their own users, for their own interests. So when they have the choice between going to what streams they're going to do for their career later on, they have a choice. They have the interest to learn more. So this is where they go for the technology. Okay, this is what happened in Finland when they create this biosociety. So, so when the study revealed that regardless of your profession, doctors or politics, so every day they have this bonding with nature that they have this responsibility to what you call it, to sustain, to minimize the impact of what we are creating, minimize the impact of what we're creating towards the environment, because they want to sustain or preserve their own heritage, or their own nature heritage. So when you talk about this kind of discipline, this is where human are very apa ni, what you call senang, they're very selesa with this kind of discipline. You know, you can be a taxonomist, okay, where you still have time. You know, it's not really what you call it's not really something that giving us a stress in terms of the time management, etc. And then education also, women actually experience science are very, if you look at the ratio of teachers, the science teachers, you know, most of the science teachers are actually by women instead of the men, but the technology part is actually dominated by the men. So that's why in order for us to sustain the importance of women in the STEM related discipline, not just for the technology but also the science itself. That's why we have to nurture at the early age, not just for the regards for the gender. We have to nurture them the interest of science at the early age by providing them the flexibility to explore, okay, the surrounding, and try to relate to the importance of our apa yang kita nak in future, like we want to digitize smart technology, we want to do something, so they learn from something from whatever they have, using whatever they have in the surrounding. Nak tengok air macam mana nak tu air, you know, those things lah yang I think that is what I was lacking of in our society now, the understanding of the surrounding. And this concept of what nature gives us can be used for our technology in the future. In our country lah, actually the Europe semua dia dah establish on that, you know. But in our country we are still lacking of this situation, this scenario. Sebab kalau you terus kepada teknologi, sometimes budak-budak sekolah dia takut tengok komputer, tengok coding. They like to play but they don't want to learn the concept. That is what happened in Sarawak. We have the penurunan dari segi kemasukan sains, because dia orang takut, ada susah dan takut dan sebagainya. So especially kalau apa nama ni, kita dealing dengan benda-benda yang bagi mereka sangat susah untuk difahami. So ini saya punya pendapat lah. Kalau boleh kita tengok juga kecenderungan wanita tu di mana dari segi STEM, okay, dari entrepreneurship. This is why kita boleh membantu mereka lah untuk especially early education. Mereka akan jadi wanita yang muda ni masuk universiti, and then baru fresh graduates. Because memang kita nak yang sangat cemerlang, really go for the technology part, but we also have a fraction of women that selesa dengan kerja-kerja yang sangat tidak terlalu tidak terlalu memerlukan masa yang begitu banyak untuk berfikir, untuk menyelesaikan masalah. Contoh teknologi, you buat komputer, all those things, maybe sometimes you need more time, okay. But kalau benda-benda yang mereka biasa, as contoh biology, you just go, you have certain time although you use also the digital, but that is not something that is compulsory for you to overcome the problem, but it's just a supporting tools. So ini yang banyak tengok wanita, sudah perempuan pun lebih suka memilih this kind of bidang lah sebagai speaker boleh kahwin, so they also have the Kerjaya. Ini yang saya punya ni lah, saya punya pendapat lah. I know we looking at the technology, but we also have to acknowledge those big portion of the women in the society that go for bidang-bidang yang asas dan sebagainya. Okay, Dr. Chong, thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Dr. Ramla. So yeah, I agree that actually we have already diverted into bidang STEM. So I think it's okay, we jump to bidang STEM. Alright, so I can see the flow. So earlier we are talking about entrepreneurship, and then later on we talk about how to assist entrepreneurship with internet, that is we digitalize. Then comes in, we have kekangan. Kekangan, that is the internet coverage, where we find difficulties in rural areas and also in Sarawak. I believe that even in the township like Kuching also, you have some spread of the community, like just now what Dr. Ramla saying, that 100 in one kampung and then another few km away, then another kampung. So sometimes the telco, they also find very difficult to locate this communication center. But I think that is not an excuse. There should be something to be done. And then as what Dr. Halimah informed just now, MDEC is there. They are working things out through the My Digital Blueprint, where they are supposed to have the best capacity and facilities for us. So, but in the meantime, while we are waiting to for the upgrading, so the community can come in, like I believe that Dr. Ramlan said just now about making cake lapis, right? So I believe that is like maybe a group of community leading. So I also found I also seen before, ketua kampung they are doing like a class tunjuk ajar macam mana nak buat handcraft, macam mana nak jahit dan sebagainya. So they call all the wanita nearby, the neighborhood wanita, to come in, even from other kampung that is nearby. So that is one thing. So we go back to traditional, but it is still I mean helping at this moment. But one thing that we need to do is the distribution, promotion. They really need somebody to be the middle person to deliver this type of products, to promote these kind of products from the rural areas to the urban city. So I feel that the person or the community or the industry or whatsoever, the representatives, they should look into this type of plan that they create, like orang tengah untuk mengeluarkan bahan-bahan yang sedia ada yang telah dibuat oleh para wanita di kawasan kampung ini untuk diedarkan di bandar. So I think that in the middle, somebody has to do the role of digitalization for them. So that is what I see in the pada masa sekarang lah, yang sedang kita tunggukan untuk upgrading system. And tadi, so since kita sudah masuk kepada STEM, so kita akan bincang tentang STEM. So I agree with what Dr. Ramlan also, that you are telling us about. Yeah, I think the thing is what do you say? Before we go to technology, that is science asas, mathematics asas, where these type of subjects are sometimes it create redundancy. Students do not find them interesting in class to learn science asas and then to learn mathematics dengan pengiraan dan sebagainya. So I believe that what Dr. Ramla nyatakan tadi betul lah. We have to mencungkil minat mereka untuk belajar mata pelajaran sains asas dulu. That is to conquer into the science subject and the math subject. sebelum kita alihkan mereka kepada kejuruteraan ke teknologi dan sebagainya. They have to find themselves first, berminat untuk menceburi mata pelajaran asas ini. So I really agree with that. I really agree. And another thing is like we teach them how to think out of the box. It is not really you just have to hafal the science principle and all these things, but that is a useful, that is some way that you apply this kind of mathematics skills and science principles into your daily life. So itu adalah satu perkara yang penting. So besides that, can I have any other panels? Dr. Fauzia, can you share with us about STEM?
Okay, about STEM. Before that, about the digitalization among women, I just want to share just a little bit because before COVID, there's a researcher team in UMT, because you know here in Terengganu we have monsoon season. So during that time, the economy among them is really bad. So these women won't try to sell their product, like of course like seafood source. It's really hard. So this research team tried to reach them and ask them what's the real issue. They say that it's hard to reach people during this season. So what they do, they just teach them about FB platform. That time, 3 years ago, FB platform for online selling is still low, not famous yet. And that time, let's say per month, they only get 800, but after we reach them, after a month, we just go there again, they can reach about 3,000 per month, surprisingly. Those makcik don't know about what Facebook, how to upload everything in Facebook. Then after that, we try to approach them using really layman term and easy. And after that, surprisingly, they can sell up to 3,000 per month. So this research team already report in paper, maybe, I don't know. But well, it's quite unpredictable actually. Okay, so regarding to STEM issue, the first one, I'm one of the YSN ASM affiliates. So actually, we're also working on online module to attract those students, especially on sekolah rendah semua. So to attract them in science issue, not only technology, but also natural science. So there we try to touch like how to make genetic, making genetic very fun, how to make like agriculture is very fun. So we try to make a module, online module to help these teachers to reach the student. We don't reach the student by ourselves, but we help the teachers to deliver this module to the students. So what we now YSM try to do. And the third one about here in university, I think any university also apply this concept. We embed the, I think PLO9, which is entrepreneurship in the MQA to science subject. So here we have agriculture, we have food science. So at least one subject or 1 to 2 subject, we compulsory to apply entrepreneurship. So how you apply your science in entrepreneurship. So let's say that student just learn about how to dry these things and how it's affect to the food. Then after they become alumni, they know how to sell this product in the correct way, based on the science. And also we teach them about halal application as well. So then they can go further or far rather than compared to others that don't have this kind of knowledge in the university. So that's what we as a lecturer try to do, our efforts. So other than that, we up to them how to apply. So again, as a government, internet issue is still, Malaysia is far away from other countries, sorry to say that, because if you stay in Europe, you can just have to pay 99 cents or €1 for unlimited line, even in rural area. Very rural area, you just have to pay €1 for unlimited line. So I hope in future, not sure when, but a government can also work on this quite laju sikit lah. Okay, so that's only a comment from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fauzia. I think that is what I meant just now, that you say about the makcik-makcik di negeri Terengganu, where they have the products, right? So they need the middle person. That is your research team. So if we have more of this type of organization, all this type of hardcore team that to go down into the remote areas to let them know that digitalization is the future on how to product, how to promote the product, then that is perfect. So we need more. We need more people to be in this way to help all the machi and also the young women who they are lack of education background. So like what Dr. Ramlan said just now about the young woman who goes into the working industry after their SPM and so on. So this group also we actually need to focus to give them focus to upgrade their life, not only like being in the B40 group, but we hope that they could uh, do something out, rescale themselves, upgrade themselves, even though they are just working labor now with a very low income. So these are the things that we can do more. There are still a lot of things that we can do. And yeah, and then talking about entrepreneurship, even I heard about the issues of entrepreneurship that is the tawaran pengajian keusahawanan in the university IPC. Many of our students that graduated from keusahawanan, at the end of the day, they didn't come out to really apply the keusahawanan skill, no? They didn't really venture into keusahawanan. They also go into administrative and this management group. So actually, STEM and keusahawanan, they are actually linkable. We need these two groups of people. We need to enroll more women in these two groups that they can turn into a better thinkers or innovator to bring more challenging products, more new creative products in the future. Because in the future with technology, Malaysians have to really compete with at the global market, for example. So we need to prepare our young women from today. So that is why the government is focusing on digital economy, that is keusahawanan and also STEM at the same time. All right.
Chong,
So
Dr. Chong.
yes, Professor. Yeah.
I know we are talking about business online, kan? But I hope everybody understand the future now is not when we talk about science technology, we should encourage the young, a woman especially, look at other things that digital and technology can assist to make money, for it to become a source of income. In my opinion, you look at a different way. They could help in drone management, for example. Drone technology is something very not the in thing at the moment, but it's actually in high demand. Kalau kita tengok, and this is something not really technical, it's very fun, but it gives you a lot of money. And if you look at the tourism, even without being able to be somewhere, you can earn a lot, tons of money if you are good at your drone technology control. You can make videos, you can upload, and you can make money from it. Yeah, you can see the young people are doing that. YouTube subscriber, I mean, you buka a channel. I think we should look at that also, other than just kita fokus barang-barang produce dan kita pemasaran, kan. Saya di bidang medical, there's no point jadi medical doctor sebab ramai je yang tiap-tiap tahun beribu-ribu nak jadi doktor, despite knowing that you will not work after you graduate. You spend 5 years, after that you take another 2 years before you can do your housemanship. But the why people still go for that, because of other things. So what I'm trying to say is that even my medical student, the one that pays the bill is this keusahawanan and online. They are, but I encourage them. dulu kita marah tau kalau jadi lecturer, kalau student kata sambil-sambil ni ajar tudung, ajar produk kan, kita marah tau. Kita kata apa you ni macam you fail. Tapi now it's a necessity. It's necessary for them. So one of the things that I have encouraged, and a lot of us have encouraged the young, including the female, is to venture into drones technology. Work with industry for certificates on teknologi. Contohnya dengan cyber security, you can work to help to become anti-hacker. This is teknologi juga, sains juga, but that aspect kita tak biasa war-warkan kepada the young, so that it doesn't look like it is a good option, but actually they are the one making more money than us. So I hope there is a lot of interest in this, and maybe there's scholarship to assist them, untuk ambil bidang-bidang ni juga. Dan yang tadi kata di internet tu betul, Mas Ni, tapi zaman dulu Mas Ni, semua kampung-kampung orang Malaysia ni pun hutan. So kita kena go back to that framework, and how did they manage to do it? Sebab saya ada ramai student yang daripada kampung orang Malaysia yang dulu kita tak boleh nak tolong, kan? Tapi they started with the low bandwidth. Once the telco has put in, they can only upgrade. But the choices, as you say, depends on the politician that holds the area lah. So the involvement of the MPs are very important. And those researchers are when they make reports, it's very important to give back that report to the MP of that area so that they can tell the government the need is there. I look forward to getting those data, shared data bila Mas Ni publish nanti. That's my take on the STEM also, Dr. Chong. Do we have time or
We
to
have
do the
time.
rest?
We still have 2 more bidang because we have already gone to the third, because now we are more integrated into all the bidang. We don't go one by one. So I think this is more this what interesting lah. Miss Malika, you are okay with the reporting? We are jumping one bidang to another. You are okay?
Okay, doctor.
Okay, very good. All right. So all right. So like I'm quite I'm interested to this Kampung One Malaysia, because 5 years ago when I was in another ministry, I heard a lot of things about this Kampung Satu Malaysia. So okay, I just round up just now that Professor Dayang, she is actually really giving another option of opinion, that is which besides science and mathematics, technology also one of the area to focus, where we go for interesting technology like drone technology, and also things or services that could be marketable, that it could follow up with greater profit. So for example, many of our students now in the university level, they are good in YouTubers. They have become influencers. They have helped companies like those makeup products to promote products through live streaming. These are the influencers. So they influence a lot of buyers. So these are the trends. Yeah, it's true, Professor Dayang. So okay, so we close up STEM now, and then I would like to go into Isu Sosial, that is kemiskinan and B40. I am not sure Kampung Satu Malaysia ini adakah dia adalah satu program di mana mereka menemui komuniti kampung itu untuk dibangunkan dari segi fasiliti dan sebagainya, membekalkan fasiliti yang terbaik, and upgrade the whole surrounding of the kampung, just to help this group of community, for example B40. Is that
Yes,
One
that's
way that the
right.
government,
Don't use that term lah. I mean, sensitive political kan. But that's the
yes,
idea. I think the framework we have to revisit. It means it's already there. We can reblend lah kalau kerajaan yang sekarang ni tak suka guna that term kan. That's sensitive. But maksudnya, it was a useful framework where you increase because you have to have internet access kan. And macam you cakap exactly Chong, you need a middle person. Where does all these people go to? Kan? So the smallest community yang everybody can rely on, dari ketua kampung, dia dibayar gaji apa semua tu kan oleh kerajaan is this kampung. So you upgrade the kampung. First and foremost, you kena specify berapa penduduk lah dalam kampung tu ya. Apa dia punya community dia, community elderly ke, young ke, more women ke, okay? So I think they pick kampung yang macam ramai yang nak B40 yang ramai nak raise their living standard, standard of living, yeah. They want to. They have resources, they have natural resources that is useful. Some of the areas I remember, kampung Malaysia tu tak ada apa-apa yang lain kecuali tourism. Ada kampung tu ada barang-barang hasil tangan orang asli, ada yang menjadi kawasan pengajian agama contohnya, jadi ramai untuk education dan sebagainya. So they are picked and they are one of the criteria is one of the perks of being selected is that dia ada internet access. Jadi kalau menjadi polisi kerajaan untuk membantu, dia akan adakan ni walaupun no matter how remote the place is, ya, you will have it. So I was thankful for this project because bila ada COVID ni, bila ada pandemic ni, actually kita perasan benda ni very useful masa banjir besar tahun 2014 I think, ya. Yang it's really bad dekat Pantai Timur So we could even with that situation, that's right. Even with that situation, kita sebabkan ada resources untuk internet ni semua, kita dapat menghantar bantuan dengan lebih mudah. We use low bandwidth, meaning WhatsApp kan, kita guna WhatsApp. Even yang Facebook pun dia tahu dia Facebook apa nama itu, Facebook One for low bandwidth Facebook they help with the so I think it is doable. So everything that was done before, the framework is there, just restart lah, yeah. That's my sharing lah. And when you talk about B40, yeah, Chong, you know kan, the B40 you have the urban B40 and you have the rural B40 kan. And I think the one with the most both are very important kan, Chong kan. I let others speak about it lah. Then probably I jump in. Thank you.
Okay,
Hello,
before that,
hello, Doctor.
yeah, Encik Nizam, yes.
Now, okay. I'm sorry. I would like to inquire something based on the previous explanation. Is there a platform for women to refer to get all these inputs and so on from the professionals down to B40? Just my question. Thank you.
Okay, is there any sharing there that could answer Encik Nizam punya soalan? Encik Nizam would like to know, is there any platform that could reach out to these B40 women?
Ada banyak Encik Nizam.
Non-government, please.
Yelah, ada banyak kan
NGO.
kalau NGO ada yang paling common sekali ialah melalui NGO.
Bukan yang tu maksud saya, Doktor. Prof. Maksud saya ialah yang mana semua isu yang kita senaraikan dalam perbincangan grup ni, di mana mereka boleh contribute ideas.
Yes.
Yang bantuan-bantuan tu memang ya, kita sedia makan maklum. But
Mhm.
how can they contribute ideas rather than Facebook tu memang siapa pun tak tengok lah. So it's just viral and so on. But a a proper platform that they can voice out and contribute ideas, just like we did now.
The B40?
From professionals to B40.
Yeah, we use NGO, Dr. Nizam. We go there. We go there, and I don't know about others, but I think that's what we usually do. Kita rasa kita kena ke tempat tu dan kita berjumpa dengan orang yang in charge di situ, dan kalau yang B40 wanita ni, women are very good with groups tau. Jadi kita ada banyak groups yang membantu. Ada daripada guru agama, guru cikgu-cikgu yang membantu, guru-guru grup kesihatan, grup bidan-bidan. Quite a number, Encik Nizam.
In that case, we can consolidate all of that and turn it into best practices lah kan?
Yeah, what is happening now, the best practice also come from them kan. Kalau kita nak kata B40 punya isu tu, memang kita bukan kita cipta lah, memang kita kena dapat daripada dia lah. That's why kita ada buat study, survey, dapatkan apa masalah dia kan. You have to go to the ground lah untuk mendapat idea tu. Kita mungkin sekarang kita buat macam mana?
Hasil dapatan tu kat mana kita boleh akses
Hasil dapatan, can you give an example what hasil dapatan then it's easier for us to answer.
Okay, macam ni. For example, kemiskinan B40 wanita. Mereka dapat bantuan daripada NGO, kerajaan dan sebagainya. Namun demikian, mereka ada juga idea-idea yang lain yang mereka nak ketengahkan tapi tak pernah pun di-capture. So because sometimes
your
the
assumption
idea
that it's not
mereka
captured. Actually, I think it's probably an assumption that it's not captured because there's no way we can give the thing what they want unless kita dapat feedback dia. It's a circle. It's an audit cycle. Maksudnya kita pergi ke situ, kita dapat feedback dia dan kemudian kita propose cadangan. Cadangan tu mungkin cadangan daripada kecil-kecilan ataupun besar-besaran yang melibatkan polisi. Kemudian kita go back kat dia, kita bagi dan kita tengok sama ada dia elevate dia punya lifestyle or not. Dalam masa kita buat tu kita dapat feedback. That's why saya kata you need to work with the NGO kan, then you tahu. And NGO ni banyak kan. Dan NGO tu pun ada bahagian-bahagian kan, ada bahagian pertanian, bahagian kesihatan, bahagian pendidikan kan. Yeah, it's a complete cycle actually.
Saya sebenarnya pernah bekerja dengan NGO dan saya pernah turun ke bawah.
Yes.
Cuma maklumat-maklumat saya tu dalam lingkungan NGO dan orang-orang yang terlibat sahaja. So kalau ada satu platform yang boleh berkongsi dengan semua NGO yang berkaitan dengan wanita di seluruh Malaysia ataupun di seluruh dunia, macam tu.
Are you talking about how you from NGO goes up? Sebab kalau
betul.
you kata
Macam tu contohnya.
which NGO were you? Sebab
Itu
NGO ni kan dia ada
sebelum
bawah.
ni.
Sebab NGO ni kan dia ada NGO bawah katakan LPPKN, ada bawah Jabatan Pembangunan Wanita, ada NGO bawah universiti, ada NGO bawah lain-lain kan?
Saya dulu ada buat kerjasama dengan Women Center for Change Penang.
Women Center Change Penang.
Dulu dikenali sebagai Women Crisis Center.
Okay.
So banyak maklumat-maklumat yang berguna.
Bagus.
Tapi tak ada platform yang kita boleh berkongsi dengan orang lain. Maksud saya platform untuk kita share. Itu saja. Thank you.
Professor, yes?
Yes, I would think the best kan is the wakil daripada Jabatan Pembangunan Wanita. Setiap negeri ada kan, Dr. Chong? Yeah, I think it is available. Mungkin boleh network dekat situ. Dan cara keduanya mungkin kalau Cik Nizam boleh check back isu-isu yang dalam because it sounds like you have a lot of data kan, and then you cannot share. You tengok sama ada apa tu ia melibatkan wanita belah apa. Kalau kesihatan, data you dalam kesihatan, we can also help, ya. Maksudnya bukan saja Kementerian Wanita boleh tolong, Kementerian Kesihatan boleh tolong. Kalau benda tu melibatkan pendidikan, dan pendidikan pun boleh tolong. Ya, sebab I hope I answer because usually NGO kan dia ada who they are with, the group that works together with them kan, or their collaborators lah, the collaborators kan.
Okay, thank you so much. And Dr. Chong, are we going to get contacts ke semua yang attend ni, supaya kita boleh buat networking?
I think we need to ask help from the host, Cik Nurani.
Okay.
Can I?
Alright, thank you.
So our informer Cik Nurani. Okay?
Thank you.
Alright. So what Encik Nizam say is true, you know. We really need to have a platform. So like what Prof Dayang was saying about is the Jabatan Pembangunan Wanita lah. So I think yes, because every state they have their management office. So actually that's one way. But it's okay. We will masukkan dalam plan tindakan and cadangkan kepada penganjur. So maybe penganjur will do something after this symposium. Malika, we take note
macam ni Dr. Chong, macam apa tu dalam NCWO. Kalau organisasi itu adalah registered body under ROS, mereka boleh memohon untuk jadi bawah National Council of Women Organisation. This is a big NGO kan, which has say to the government. They are asked for feedback. So selalu data-data daripada 200 organisation ni dibawa oleh dia punya exco. Saya bukan exco NCWO. Saya hanya co-chair of dia punya health committee. Tapi saya tahu dia ada banyak 200 dia punya association bawah tu. Women's organisation yang ada data-data dan dibawa ke atas. I think that's a useful exercise lah. Sebab as I said, kalau kita terus ke kerajaan pun dia mungkin ada limitasi dia kan. Jadi kalau NGO tu saya lihat kita ikut platform NGO tu ada banyak lain selain daripada NCWO. Saya bagi contoh lagi IKRAM, katakan IKRAM, apa lagi? I can't offhand remember. Ada banyak kan? Ada yang political, ada yang non-political kan? Tapi all that jaringan yang boleh membawa differences and changes, I feel. Yeah?
So that is our discussion about Isu Sosial. So we have focused about B40, but we are lack of lack discussion on kemiskinan. So for kemiskinan biasanya kita akan pergi kepada Jabatan Kebajikan, Jabatan Kebajikan Negara. Alright. So is there anything that other participants would like to share? I think Professor Rohaya just came in. Professor, would you like to share with us about isu sosial dalam kalangan wanita?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Chong. All right. Sorry, I was a bit late. B40, I'm president of Pemerta in UPM. Pemerta is Kesihatan Wanita UPM lah. So under UPM we have Bakti Putra, means that all the NGO will go under Bakti Putra, decentralized. So anything related to what Mr. Nizam, Encik Nizam tadi have mentioned, in UPM we have a platform. If let's say you would like to know anything related to wanita, we go to Permata, and we have Sukarelawan is under Sukarelawan. So we have a few NGOs under Putra Bakti. Related to B40, for wanita in UPM, we do have the data and we do have activities for them. Again, if there is a need, we have to go down to the staff or the we are more to the staff, not open to others lah, public. Yang ni B40 for the staff lah, staff wanita. So approach yang kami gunakan biasanya adalah melalui macam Dr. Dayang cakap tadi lah, we go down and we ask them what they want. We have to do a little bit survey lah, and we have few biro. So biro ni akan, and ada wakil PTJ, ada wakil PTJ means that they have to go down and see who has this problem and so on. So the hierarchy for Permata is that we have biro and then we have ketua PTJ, wakil PTJ, and then this wakil will know that if there is some staff in need lah, ada perlu atau tidak. So then we drill down, tengok, okay, kalau betul, then we go to their place and see how it goes lah, apa yang kita boleh bantu, kita bantulah. Macam itulah biasa untuk B40. Kemiskinan lain, buat masa ni lah, yang kami dapat pun mungkin suami hilang pekerjaan, di mana isteri sebagai staff UPM, so ada anak dan sebagainya kan, ada anak-anak istimewa dan sebagainya, dari situlah kita akan dapat data. Yang lain-lain, bantuan lain buat masa ini yang kita beri adalah keperluan yang diperlukan adalah seperti asas lah, yang asas beras, minyak dan sebagainya, itu adalah sedikit token cash lah yang kita ada, yang kita akan bagikan. Buat masa ini tu sajalah kalau di Permata. Aktiviti-aktiviti memang kita ada for social, for issues like if they have any other, bukan saja keperluan semasa ataupun keperluan makanan, kita juga kadang-kadang ada aktiviti-aktiviti lain lah. Latihan, juga akan ada nanti kita akan buat satu awareness for cancer cervix, kita akan bagi swab cervix test percuma kepada staff-staff B40, so it's free. So macam aktiviti-aktiviti itulah yang akan mengeratkan lagi di antara staff wanita lah di UPM. Itu daripada kami. Tapi itulah, saya pun tak tahulah saya dapat menyumbang apa dalam grup ni. Saya minta maaf. Kalau dari segi experience, itulah saya dengan Permata lah, Persatuan Wanita UPM. Terima kasih Dr. Chong.
Okay, terima kasih Prof. So actually that's very good. Di mana kita masing-masing sebenarnya kita kena jagalah rakan-rakan yang terdekat dengan kita. That is our own organisation. We keep on track to track those who really need help, those who really falls into category of kemiskinan, B40 dan sebagainya. So sometimes they fall into kemiskinan is also because of they have special needs children, they have special needs warga emas that they need to really menyokong mereka dari segi financial dan sebagainya. So sometimes that is the reason why they fall into kemiskinan or B40. Alright, so I thought before, I think we spend another 2 minutes for isu kemiskinan before we go to the last part, that is kesihatan seksual dan reproduktif. I saw Dr. Wong, you are talking about isu kemiskinan. You want to talk a little bit? We spend 2 minutes.
Ya, Dr. Chong.
Yeah.
Yang ni biasa Jabatan Kebajikan akan memberi bantuan dari segi kewangan untuk golongan miskin. Tapi kena filter juga lah, mereka pun ada buat kerja mereka. Tapi pada pandangan saya, selain daripada memberi saja bantuan dari segi kewangan, boleh juga Jabatan Kebajikan connect lah dengan pihak swasta ke, golongan swasta ke, atau jabatan macam agensi pekerjaan supaya dapat mentolong mereka. Teach them how to fish rather than give them the fish. Sebab I sendiri pun dari golongan kemiskinan. So another one which is one thing that can help those people come out from the poverty cycle, which is education. Yang ni saya nak share lah.
Yes, it's true that we try to memberi kemudahan pendidikan kepada anak-anak golongan keluarga miskin ini. Jadi we need to help them, help their anak, untuk menaik taraf so that next time they are capable to earn more, they have better career, life in future untuk membanteras kemiskinan. So that is also one point. And keduanya, yes. Now we have my future job and all these things. So Jabatan Kebajikan should lead them to this organization to find new jobs for them. So that is actually one good suggestion. We have one more bidang, that is Kesihatan, Seksual dan Reproduktif. But sebelum saya nak masuk bidang ini, I would like to invite Puan Nurul Huda Abdul Rahman, because I saw she is from the Pusat Anak Jenis Negara Gemenceh. So maybe she could help to give some opinion about STEM. Puan Nurul Huda Abdul Rahman. Yeah, are you there? Because I saw you are from the Genius. So maybe you can share how Pusat Genius ni mencungkil minat pelajar Genius. Maybe she's attached to another meeting room. Never mind, later we come and try again to ask Puan Nurul Huda Abdul Rahman to share with us. Alright, so seterusnya kita pergi ke bidang yang terakhir, that is kesihatan seksual dan reproduktif. Okay, so yeah, who has not really spoken? I saw Puan Muazzah from USF. Puan Muazzah? Puan Muazzah, are you there? Or maybe Puan Nadira? Puan Nadira from University College of Technology, Sarawak. Hello? Nobody there?
Hello?
Yes? Yeah, Puan Nadira, yes. Would you like to share with us regarding bidang kesihatan? Kesihatan seksual dan reproduktif?
Sure what
Your opinions, you have any doubts you want to share with us, you ada pertanyaan?
staff or
Or maybe you can come in after Prof. Dayang. Prof. Dayang? Can you start the ball rolling?
Yeah, I was just
Can you
gonna.
help?
I wanted to
Yes.
just say mention a little bit. I'm so sorry. I have to go back to the kemiskinan, Dr. Chong.
Yes, can, boleh.
Because I think we haven't really discussed about the urban poor. I was saying there's a difference between the urban poor and the rural poor. My team, we did a bit of a study on the urban poor. The urban poor problem ada melibatkan kesihatan tinggi dan juga pendidikan. Of course, my interest is children and young women. You'll see that the urban poor is not easy pendidikan nak bagi walaupun mereka di dekat dengan sekolah. Kerajaan sampai bagi free bus semua untuk ambil. Tapi apa masalah di urban poor? Contohnya kita pergi beberapa PPR kan, is the parents. The parents tak kerja, tak mau, dia mengharapkan bantuan. Macam Dr. Wong cakap tu, dia ada banyak ketua keluarga lelaki yang tak mau bekerja. Semua hanya golongan ibu saja. And what do? They just loiter. Jadi apa implikasi kepada kanak-kanak? There is a higher sexual abuse di kalangan kanak-kanak di PPR. It stems from being poor. And the kids don't go to school because the parents doesn't want to go to school. It's not that they are not entitled to go to school ke, apa, tak ada kenderaan ke, tak ada. They just don't want to go to school. And you know, dia turun kat belakang tangga, they are sexually abused. It's very high, yeah. It's really very high. Jadi apa kita buat? Kalau kita nak tolong, kita kena adakan sesuatu aktiviti di PPR tu. Macam, and then this is when this has worked. I have my good friend is Mr. Kwan Chi Heng, the Mr. Potato. I don't know whether you all know him. He works with the poor. He works in Puchong. But for the PPR, what he has started, he's got a fantastic a list of philanthropists. So what he did was, thank you, Dr. Wong. Yes, it's not easy there, yeah. So what he did was, dia adakan library yang ada aircon dengan buku-buku untuk kanak-kanak dekat PPR ni. Jadi kanak-kanak ni loiter panas kan. Bila tengah hari akan masuk library ni untuk tidur sebenarnya. Bukan untuk belajar sangat. Dan dia gajikan perempuan yang mana-mana female yang nak ajar mengaji ke, ajar membaca ke, digajikan. Yeah? This of course these are not registered teacher kan, ya? Tapi apa tujuan dia? So, untuk mengelakkan, dia dapati bila masa yang budak-budak ni selalu di abuse, masa tengah hari itulah, masa semua orang lain tidur, budak-budak ni main, ya, they will be sexually abused and they won't come forward. I think we need to address this because banyak kali cakap ni, banyak isu ni kan. Because always bila kita bawa isu ni ada isu lain, ya. And this is the same thing we see in COVID situation. The abuse goes also to the wife, kan? Also to the female, to the teenagers. And then tak ada duit tapi ada boleh beli substance abuse. So we need to handle the situation. I don't know. It needs really a proper relook at PPR. And one of the suggestion masa saya diminta bagi pendapat dulu ialah a lot of them dia ada banyak kan, ada unit untuk single mother pun ada. Kita ada flat untuk single mother. Tapi dia tak ada pekerjaan. Jadi bagaimana kita nak provide pekerjaan kepada single mother ni? Mungkin dia boleh buat kerja-kerja biasa kan? Jadi antara cadangan kita ialah adakan nursery di situ oleh the single mothers as well. So kita ask them to buka a 24-hour nursery untuk among them. Kita kena empower, bagi minta polis tolong, adakan CCTV di situ, ada tim doktor yang datang cek anak ni, yang anak-anak supaya tak di-abuse, ya. Apa tujuan dia? Supaya jabatan-jabatan berkenaan boleh ambil grup wanita yang ni keluar untuk cari pekerjaan. Of course, this is not easily done now because of COVID, ya. Because of COVID, we cannot bring. But this idea was what we discussed dengan Mr. Kwan because he is happy to provide whatever is necessary to bring the group of women keluar mencari rezeki dan balik. Jadi dia tidak fikir, sebab you all know kan, you don't have kids, tapi you tengok macam mana nak bayar nursery. Kan? So burden after burden kan. So not that we don't want to care for the rural B40, but rural B40 there are a lot of resources around them. Cari ikan, cari ini. But the urban B40s, we need to be strategic in our thinking. Yeah. Dr. Fazah, it is a good idea. I know, but kita tak mendapat sokongan kerana interest tu bukan macam ni lah. Even the politician doesn't think this too much lah. Banyak kerja. Tapi kalau kita nak buat, kita boleh buat. And it looks at women because to give them a chance to lead a good life on their own because they are alone kan. Dengan anak-anak, siapa nak jaga, macam nak fikir siapa nak jaga masa dia cari rezeki. Kan? So I hope these kind of ideas kita boleh sit down again and relook at it, Dr. Chong.
Yes. Ya,
And
ya.
yeah, so ini berkait lah dengan kesihatan tadi nak tanya pasal kesihatan seksual reproduktif kan, ya? Are we doing enough to stop masalah ni berlaku? I think we have to this is my opinion, this is my personal opinion. I feel that all this problem eventually jadi single mother, problem with, you kena cakap sebelum dia kahwin. Masa khusus perkahwinan, you lay out all this problem first. Jadi ada kepentingan untuk you buat perancangan keluarga, dengan teratur, and then you bagi tahu kat mana dia nak mencari pertolongan sekiranya dia lepas tu bercerai, dia tinggal seorang, Jadi actually untuk kesihatan reproduktif dan semua ni, from the medical point of view, we would like women, I mean I can say that I'm in the medical field kan, and my team, that's what we do. We would like all women to understand that there is a need to gap the child. Untuk perancangan keluarga tu sangat penting, walaupun masih ada lagi 2021 ni rasa tak apalah, anak ramai tu rezeki Allah bagi. Yeah, but the situation, if you are one of the urban poor, you really need to jarakkan keluarga. Dan there must be a lot more program to enhance how to live healthy. Di PPR, walaupun kita kata dia miskin, masa kita buat survey, obesity is very high. Can you imagine it? The children are obese. How is that? And then orang kata tak cukup makan, tapi gemuk. It's not the same. Sebab dia tak healthy. Dia di-feed dengan bukan makanan yang betul, bukannya makanan yang seimbang. Dia makan makanan
Macam nasi lemak sebab tahan kenyang.
bukan, dia makan makanan ringan. Jajan, that's right. That's the word I was trying to look at. Dia banyak jajan. They eat all the time. They eat small amount, but all the jajan cakap, ni apa benda? Professional sikit tu. Term dia tiba-tiba tak teringat. Junk food. Makanan yang tak ada khasiat lah. Yang tinggi mungkin karbohidrat. Macam Dr. Wan cakap, tinggi karbohidrat untuk mengenyangkan. So bila kita bercakap untuk kesihatan, dia berkait dengan kemiskinan, and to me lah, sexual reproductive, the woman needs to know that if they're going to be mother, they want to know about what is the proper diet for them, for the children, and look at themselves to get early screening for early detection of diseases, related non-communicable diseases, macam cancer dan sebagainya. So kita tak berapa big on that yet, kita tak ada enforce screening pada umur 40 katakan. Kita tak enforce keperluan begitulah. So actually it's quite big. So I like to hear from the rest actually. Thank you.
Okay.
Ya.
Can I?
Anything else? Ya.
Fauzia.
Doctor? Okay,
Fauzia.
Dr. Fauzia, yeah.
Okay. Really thank you, Prof. Prof. Dayang. Actually, because I'm a lecturer, so I just can share about macam our student lah, what really happened during COVID. Surprisingly, sometimes we don't know what really problem happened to our students. Sometimes diorang tak hantar assignment, tak buat kerja. Kita marah-marah tapi we don't know the real problem. Surprisingly, when we ask them, kadang-kadang ada some of them kata there's sexual harassment at their home. So diorang rasa safer at hostel, tapi bila diorang kena balik daripada universiti, kena balik rumah, so sorry to say someone ada yang duduk Felda ke mana-mana kan. So tak semestinya Felda, ada juga yang urban. So they say that there are some problem happen to my house. So bila kita tanya, dia tak akan cerita. So bila kita cuba tanya, rupanya ada sexual harassment at their home, which is sampai diorang kena tangguh semester. So regarding to this, we don't know how to help because kalau dekat university, we can ask them to see macam counselor ke apa. Tapi bila dekat home, diorang close to family, we don't know how to touch them, how to contact them. They won't answer our our call semua dah macam putus. Satu sem hilang macam tu saja. So for me it's quite a problem, very big problem. But yang sedihnya we don't know how to help because we can't reach them. So itulah kalau cakap ini pasal sexual yang education lah. Yang lain tu saya tak pasti macam mana saya nak komen. But this is really quite a big issue for our students in university. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Chong. And so Prof. Dayang, I really like the idea that the system of ibu tunggal jadi nursery because it's really macam sangat trusted. Orang yang jaga pun trusted dan ada sistem menyokong. So yeah, maybe macam tak tahu logik atau tidak nak buat nak proceed, tapi if you need any support or any help, we really want to help. Yeah, thank you.
That's great. That's great. I'll keep you in mind, Fauzia.
Yeah,
I'm
please.
going to put my email address here.
Yeah,
You'll be in touch, please.
Yes, please.
Because benda ni kadang-kadang kita community can help one another, kan?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But a woman understand woman more, so we know
Yeah.
what really kalau macam bukan kita nak kata touch and go, tapi kalau woman kita rasa empathy tu lebih sikit.
yeah.
So we understand.
Saya ada start a few things dengan Mr. Kwan dulu, Mr. Potato. Contohnya taxi 10% kan? You want to increase the number of people going for their follow-up, but they don't have money. You know, RM100 for taxi to wait. How do you want them to bagi ubat? You nak suruh dia orang datang balik sebulan kan? Sebab hospital memang tak boleh bagi ubat setahun kan macam tu kan? Kita kena monitor So there are many people that can contribute RM50 sebulan. So we started so I'm big into working. I think everybody help, to be honest, but I'm just sharing. Sometimes kita kena, when kita nak work, kita learn from one another.
Supporting system tu kena ada lah.
That's right. Yeah.
Alright. So actually situation is quite saddening lah. After we hear a lot of things, you know. So actually the isu sosial tadi yang telah dinyatakan oleh Profesor Dayang tadi memang ialah dari segi kekurangan from kemiskinan B40, then they ended up in an area like TPR for the urban poor, so they have nowhere to go but dibekalkan dengan sewa yang rendah, you know. So they are placed there, and then situation already very bad, off and on. Ayah tak kerja, ibu sahaja yang kerja. So yang tinggal sekarang disruptif COVID ni lagi teruk lah. Anak-anak semua kena duduk di rumah bersama ayah. So we don't know this kind of parenthood like because they are already sesat lah, because they are facing so much problem, financial problem and all this thing, and then they didn't really go and find solutions. So yeah, so at the end of the day they abuse their nearest next of kin, their anak, their wife, and then you know benda-benda macam ini berlaku, and because it's berlaku dalam kalangan ahli keluarga, so itu sebabnya kita susah nak interfere kalau orang luar, unless the wife or the anak they really want to voice out, they really need our help, baru kita boleh masuk untuk membantu. And another thing is reproduktif lah, sebab memang kesenang sangat, tak ada apa nak buat. So this not we don't blame the lelaki lah, but this is all what is happening now. Then we look at this. So these are problems that dia berterusan dan dia menjadi semakin serious jika kita tidak menangani dengan baik. So these are the things that as what Prof. Dayang mentioned, we have not done enough, and like Dr. Fauzia mentioned, that there is nowhere that we could really address this type of problem. So and then one more thing is, Prof. Dayang kata untuk kanak-kanak sehingga 18 tahun kita boleh buat report polis untuk sexual harassment. So these are the things that the government need to take more initiative to look into it, to reach more people. Yeah, I heard about Uncle Kentang. Yes, he is a very blessed person. So, but I have yet to know him. Maybe one day we can know him. All right. So these are the things that we need to voice out to the organizer, that this there should be a new platform to help this kind of needy women, those who have abused, those are abused at home, and then all wanita muda, especially the pelajar perempuan, where now they have to stay at home and then they couldn't go back to the university to pursue their studies. So maybe is there any counselor or ahli psychology in the university, Dr. Fauzia?
Yeah, I
Do,
think all university has
yes.
counseling. Yeah.
So,
Mm.
so,
Pusat
so
kaunselor.
are they doing like counseling or whatsoever for those students yang lama attrition and then maybe there's
Normally,
problem.
counselor cara dia adalah macam if we don't come to them, then maknanya dia tak paksa. Dia tak boleh paksa.
Oh,
So itu dia punya cara. Yelah, memang takkan dia nak pergi approach orang tu. Tapi setakat ni tak ada effort yang macam dia yang pergi approach. Tapi dia selalu macam menggalakkan lah, encourage for those who has macam mental stress ke apa-apa, memang dia orang selalu buat talk semua tu ada. Tetapi when it comes to patient yang pergi sendiri dekat kaunselor, susah. Dia orang of course rasa macam yes, malu atau rasa macam is this the only problem that I have? Macam tu lah, susah.
Mungkin saya boleh kongsi apa ni Dr. Fauzia. Di UKM kita ada start graduate assist. Maksudnya dia peer tolong dia. Dia orang ni bukan semua nak cakap dengan kita lecturer kan, not all the time kan. So, sometimes they ventilate to peers. So we pick what we call as apa tu buddy, macam buddy system lah ya. And this chosen student dalam dia punya disiplin, kita akan announce if you have any apa tu mental stress or anything that disturb your mind, you need someone to talk to, you can approach your lecturer, your supervisor, your mentor, or you can also approach the graduate assist, your peer, your buddy lah. And I think we have not bad lah. At least they have from the student, they are linked to our psychologists. And so psychologists can come from yang dibangi kan, yang tak ada medically related ataupun daripada yang di fakulti perubatan, yang medically related. I think it's the support system lah. Tapi and then why we are doing this? Because we are trying to make sure they are not suicidal. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the young ones ni coping mechanism kalau kita tak bantu dia suicidal especially macam yang Dr. Fauzan cakap kena abuse kat rumah kan, lepas tu hilang those are the children yang will commit suicide tau. Dia on the risk scale kan, scale of risk, and they are higher and we have to look in carefully at them and follow up. So I would encourage you to, if you have even the smallest ni kan, make the report so that the family will be visited by the apa tu pihak berkuasa lah, Dr. Fauzia. Cuma kita tak ada, kita kan nak buka parlimen ni, nak one of the bill yang kita nak discuss adalah sexual harassment bill Dalam sexual harassment bill ni bukan saja kena ada physical. Sekarang ni kalau kita kena harass, kalau perempuan kena harass, hanya yang kita ada kesan fizikal aja baru polis nak entertain tau. Jadi kalau kita kena macam harass, orang hantar kita WhatsApp ke, torture kita mentally, mental tu dia tak boleh nak group kat mana. So kita kena push for this sexual harassment bill. Sebab dia mengambil kira benda-benda yang macam tu ini yang drive people crazy and commit suicide kan. So this is on the high. So this is what and is more of the women are involved with Dr. Chong. Yeah, so if we are talking about miskinan, stress, apa tu, kesihatan. I think I was hoping there is something on kesihatan mental rather than kesihatan sexual reproductive because that is very important at the moment. Yeah. Of course, bila cakap kesihatan reproduktif tu, I think there's somebody mention sexual education. That's very important. Yeah. But now the peak is for mental health. and because the COVID has make the situation hazardous. You can get mental stress from not having money, from being sexually harassed, physically harassed, verbally abused. Like I mentioned in the morning, our nursing staff dia tak tahan di balik rumah. Not nurses lah, also doctors pun. Dia cakap tak tahan penat kerja balik and then verbally abused by the spouse. Sindir-sindir. Added stress on them. So when we plan for strategi menangani psychological therapy tu, in my opinion, it should be for both. Kalau dia suami isteri yang masalah tu di rumah, the husband should be called for counselling as well. How to make sure they can cope so that dia tidak continue to harass kan. Kita bagi outlet pada patient, pada victim macam pun tak guna. Sebab perpetrator dia ada di rumah dia. That's all, Dr. Chong.
Yes. So I thank you, Professor Dayang. So yeah, I agree. So the whole thing is just now we were talking about this keusahawanan where we try to mewujudkan peluang pekerjaan, okay, dari aspek keusahawanan kepada golongan wanita yang serba kekurangan dari segi latar belakang pendidikan, dan platform, peluang platform untuk menyalurkan produk-produk atau idea-idea yang mereka ada. So we need intermediate punya golongan, golongan pertengahan ini untuk connect golongan-golongan ini ke digitalization, ke arah digitalisasi. Okay, iaitu digitalisasi ini adalah satu platform baru di mana dia boleh secara maya untuk sampai kepada lebih ramai marketable visibility, marketable area and groups yang boleh membantu golongan-golongan pencari rezeki ini, iaitu terutamanya golongan wanita yang perlu mencari rezeki pada masa kini. Then after that we go for isu-isu sosial, di mana mengapa mereka perlu meningkatkan pendapatan mereka, itu sebabnya daripada isu sosial yang mereka hadapi lah. Ada yang ketidakcukupan wang, and then ada yang masalah terlalu ramai yang duduk di rumah dan ramai yang tidak bekerja dan sebagainya. So wujudnya keadaan di mana kesihatan mental wujud, stres, kesihatan fizikal, di mana tadi tentang obesiti kanak-kanak, mereka perlu pendidikan nutrisi, bukan sahaja anak-anak kita tapi wanita, ibu bapa dan sebagainya. Semua golongan ini perlu didedahkan kepada kesedaran untuk meningkatkan pengetahuan tentang kesihatan mental, nutrisi, kesihatan fizikal dan sebagainya yang boleh meningkatkan kesejahteraan kehidupan masing-masing. So selepas itu kita juga bincang tentang pasaran buruh masa depan yang lebih ke era teknologi. So ada juga di kalangan kami yang menyatakan sebelum ke arah teknologi kita perlu mengukuhkan penglibatan dan minat pelajar-pelajar di peringkat permulaan, iaitu di sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, untuk minat mata pelajaran sains dan matematik sebagai bidang asas sebelum melanjutkan diri ke arah pendidikan dan kejuruteraan. So kita nampak banyak-banyak perkara ini adalah interrelated, dia saling berkaitan antara satu sama lain. So at the end of the day, kita perlu satu platform bekerjasama, diri bersama-sama untuk menunjukkan isu ini kepada pihak yang boleh membantu, iaitu NGO, community, industri, pihak kerajaan, untuk sama-sama berganding bahu untuk mewujudkan satu strategi baru, untuk memberi satu platform yang boleh mencerahkan kehidupan masa depan golongan-golongan yang memang memerlukan bantuan ini. it's okay. For at least now, we start to look around our neighbors, our community. We help from where we are now, and kita cuba untuk reach out kepada organisasi atau pihak kerajaan yang kita dapat kenal pasti. At least we try to deliver the message to them. So we try to make them aware that there are so many wanita lagi yang perlu bantuan. So I would like to also seek the penganjur's help that what we discuss in these 2 sessions, it will be delivered to Jabatan Pembangunan Wanita atau organisasi-organisasi yang berkaitan yang dapat menghulurkan tangan nanti. Okay, and I believe that all of our participants here, we are ready to work again in the near future if we are needed, right? I believe that. Okay, so that is where from me, and I believe that we need to, there's 3 more minutes to 5 o'clock, so we will end this session. Do you need a photography session again? Okay, Nuraini? You need a photography session? Buka video?
Ya. Buka
Yeah.
video, kita ambil gambar.
Alamak, nak kena ambil gambar ke?
Tak apa.
Ah,
Takkan screenshot macam tu je.
Yes.
Okay, sebentar ya. Okay, semua dah on. Okay, senyum. 1. Okay, tunggu sekejap.
Belum semua lah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ada yang belum.
Kita tengok on semua.
Encik Nizam?
oh, I have to excuse myself because I got home and I changed.
Profesor Rohaya. Profesor Rohaya, yes.
Okay,
No
kita buat
webcam
lagi sekali.
Alright.
Bismillah. 1, 2, 3. 1 minit. Sekejap, man. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, terima kasih.
Alright, terima kasih. So, Cik Nuraini, you will give us the contact, right? Kalau kita minta dari Cik Nuraini, right?
Kita akan bincang di peringkat sekretariat. Jika boleh nanti kita akan share dengan semua.
Yes, sebab kita ada platform yang maybe we want to help each other because we have friends in Sarawak, we have friends in Terengganu. So this is a really good opportunity. We see each other. So secara maya itu pun actually bagus tau. Kan?
Ya, betul.
Okay, so alright.
InsyaAllah.
So we see you again. Alright.
Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank
Terima
you. Okay,
kasih.
bye.
Thank you.
Alright,
Bye.
so
Bye.
thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Malika, you have problem with the report or not? Because today we are jumping here and there.
No problem, doctor.
No problem, but if you need my help, I can really help.
Okay, I will share to you the Google Docs later.
Boleh. So you just speak the important points saja.
Yeah,
the important
yes.
points, because I saw them, some of them repeating banyak kali.
Ya, betul.
Alright, see you. Thank you, Cik Noraini. Thank you, Cik
Tengok
Noraini.
Malika.
Oh, Malika. You are hosting, is it?
Doctor, thank you.
Alright. Thank you.
Thank you, doctor.
Bye.
Alright.
Thank you,
Bye,
Miss.
Malika. Bye. See you.
Bye.